everybody. Let's make sure everything's working okay. I know it's Saturday. I don't usually go live on Saturday, but I decided to go ahead and give it a shot today because I want to continue working, but I didn't see any other streams going. Let's make sure you can hear me. Yep, you can hear me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I don't know why I can't get this orientation of all the windows done before I go live, but I feel like it's never for sure until it is live. All right, so welcome to the channel. I'm going to be doing some live stream sprints, basically. Kind of like a pomodoro sprint, which is a 25-minute sprint for writing or doing whatever you want to do. They're productivity sprints. So it's going to be 4 25-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks in between. And I'm going to be using the Focus website to use that timer. And I think I might stick with this one for now. I'm not really sure. I'm going to put the sound on for fireplace crackling. I don't know if that'll come through on your end or not, but I'm going to be muting my screen, so I'm thinking maybe it won't. So we'll have to play that one by ear. So I'm not quite sure. All right. And I've decided to go ahead and, I don't know, work on the book that I've been working on this past week. I'm on the same chapter as the last time. My person is still at her aunt's house, and she's still learning about her family and her past and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started, because I know that I go a little bit long sometimes on the chattering in between, and I want to be ahead of the ball. So here we go. I'm going to mute my screen, and I will see you in 25 minutes. Oh goodness, I can't see these. Okay, started that. Okay. Let me pause the music. Well, the fireplace sounds. So, yeah, I didn't notice it when I first started the stream, but I had it on studio mode, so it wasn't showing the timer in the live version. So I had to fix that, of course. Oh, and I forgot to mute. Yeah, life is bizarre. So, how did you do? Were you writing anything? Was there anyone even out there? I doubt it. So today, this morning, I had an appointment. Like I said in my last live stream, I adopted a cat in July, mid-July. I think it was like the 8th of July. It was a Wednesday, I don't know. But anyway, I finally got her into the vet today, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. I'm thinking I need to get a new carrier because the carrier that I have is kind of small, and it's a little difficult to maneuver her or him to get him in the little carrier. And I was really worried about it too because he likes to hide under the bed, and if he was under the bed when I, wanted to pick him up and put him in the carrier and take him out, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get under there. And he would just he'd win. He'd win that one. I'd have to reschedule the whole thing. And I was like, well, I know that he likes those lickable treats. I mean, so I got one of those and I coaxed him out and I, let him eat all of the lickable treat stuff. And then I tried to put him in the cage, put him in the little, it's really small. It's kind of like a triangular shaped thing. And he wasn't having it. He was, fighting and squirming, and then he got away and he went back under the bed. Of course, I knew he would because that's he's a cat. And I was like, oh man, now what am I going to do? I'm going to have to postpone it because there's no way this cat is going to come out. He's not going to fall for that again, right? But he does. So I go and I get a second one, a second lickable treat, and he comes out from under the bed. And he's like, oh, great, this is yummy. Can I have some more, please? And it's like, wow, he's not quite as smart as my last cat because my last cat would never have fallen for that. So it's kind of funny. And I did manage to get him in that time. I think he stopped trying to fight as much. And then I finally got to take him. And so we went to the vet's office, which is right down the road, literally less than a mile away. And we get in there. I think he was afraid because the first time that he got sent to a vet, I don't know what his life was before I adopted him, but they said that while he was in the Humane Society, he was really scared all the time. He was dubbed the scaredy cat, literally. And he didn't like the dogs. He did not like the dogs at all. And every time somebody would open the door in the back, because all the dogs were in a separate room than the cats were. And so every time someone opened that door to go through to the dogs, he would hear all the dogs barking, and she just freaked out, and he hid underneath. They had a half a cardboard box or whatever in there, and he would go hide inside there and not want to come out. And he wasn't eating well. He was just terrified the whole time, which is one of the reasons why I adopted him, because I wanted him to get out of there as quickly as possible. And some of the other cats weren't, as scared as him, and I was a little bit more worried about him than any of the rest of them. So, and I knew the other ones were friendly, and I knew that they would be okay for the families that have other pets and other maybe kids, and so I left them there and adopted him. His name was Puff. I changed it to Poppy, and I don't really have a good reason for that other than the fact that I just I couldn't call him Puff. It just sounded so weird. And then I tried to cuten that up too. I tried to make him like a cream puff, and I'm like, well, it's a boy. It's a boy cat. He's not going to appreciate that. And so I ended up on Poppy because it's like a term of endearment for Hispanic speaking people, I guess. But I don't spell it the same way. So that's different. But anyway, we get in there and he just gets the regular exam. The doctor just gave him a regular exam, and whenever he was in the Humane Society, they gave him all his shots, so he didn't need any of those. But he did not get the one test that's FELV or something like that. It's like the feline version of AIDS. So he took blood from her or him, and so they're gonna let me know on Monday if he's okay. I'm sure he is, but you know, just the just a regular checkup, just to get a vet in order in case something does happen and he does need to see a vet. I have somebody right down the road that's already ready to see him. There's no like introductory, patient. I don't know this cat. He needs to come in for a visit first, kind of thing. So I was happy with that. And afterwards, he was a very good kitty. And afterwards, the helper guy put him back in the cage or back in the little carrier, and he had no problem getting back in there that time, let me tell you. And then I get him home and I open the little case and he just like V lines for the bed, and he has not been out once since. I swear to God, that cat is going to hate me for the next couple of days. But yeah, it needed to be happening. So he is going to be just fine. I know. And I was a little bit worried because I think they found him outside. So he may have been an outside cat, even though he didn't behave like an outdoor cat. He wasn't like a stray. He he seemed more acclimated to the being a pet. I'm not sure I'm saying that the right way, but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this started again. It's going to ding because I think I stopped it before it actually switched over. Okay, I'm wrong. It's not gonna ding. I overdid the ding. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you guys in 25. Okay. So that is another sprint down. And I know that after I muted the screen the last time, I had to change something. I think pausing it, maybe I hit the wrong button or something. I'm not really sure what happened. But for some reason, it started over with the stream. There's only like one star lit up right now, but that was 2 sprints in, so apparently it's not keeping track properly. I think it's because I switched it from a different mode. But that's okay. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so I am working on a different scene now. I couldn't seem to get too far on that last scene, but I've gotten several words in. I wanted to look at my little cards that I made a few weeks ago. Well, probably several months ago by now, but this one says, I invite abundance and a generous heart. Blah, blah, blah. I think those are all getting kind of old. Like, I think I've looked at all of them and they're kind of getting boring. Like, I should make up some new ones or something. Okay. So I also have these, which I thought were really cute when I bought them. And they've got a lot of really cute little sayings, and honestly, I don't know which side I'm supposed to start on. They both have different things on different sides, but I don't know which one I'm supposed to read first. I feel like there's like a setup of a joke and then the punchline on the other side, but I can't tell which one is which. So this one says, drop and give me zen. And then on the back it says, pay the piper and move on. So, okay. It's supposed to be clever and a joke, but I don't know. So, pay the piper. The Pied Piper. Pied Piper. Anyway, my zen is non-existent, really. Maybe my whole life feels that way, though. I'm not really sure. I think you always create your own zen, and I haven't really tried too hard to do that lately. I know that there was a time when I wanted to, do all of my creativity and like fill the well and do a lot of self-care, which meant like, relaxing, taking baths and like putting face masks on and doing my nails, and you can see how beautiful my nails are. There's nothing with them. I actually just cut them the other day and they're not very evenly edged either. They look terrible. But yeah, my zen is kind of non-existent. I do, however, have one of those little sand things that you just like can rake the sand. It came in like a little container, and there's white sand, and it's got a little tree. I guess it's the tree of knowledge or something. I'm not really sure, but maybe during this next sprint I'll go get it and I can show you in the last break. But it was really fun to play with for a while. And then I moved and I haven't touched it since. But that's okay. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to talk. Like my teeth are wrong, or my tongue is too big for my mouth or something. Is that weird? I kind of feel like it might be weird. But I feel like I'm like stumbling over my words today or something. Don't know. But I am pretty good at this scene. The character is training in the other side of her, goal settings. So she needs to train to be a better investigator. And she is going to go to a gym to take a self-defense course, or to be taught self-defense by her coworkers. And that's going to be fun for her, and all the wrong reasons. There it is. Okay. So now we've already started the third sprint, not the second. Ignore the stars. The stars are lying to you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it, and I'll see you in 24 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay. That was the last, well, not the last, the third sprint. We have one more to go. And my character is now learning self-defense. And it turns out that one of the guys from the office is the one who teaches it, which is totally like him. She would have never guessed it, but once she found out, of course, she knew it was just like him to do that. Teaching women self-defense, and one man, of course. I actually took a self-defense course once, me and my friend, when I lived in Arizona, and it was very awkward, very, I don't know. It's like if I were face to face with somebody that was really trying to hurt me, would I have the gumption to actually do it to them? Because it's like, you kind of, for these particular moves that we learned, we have to get up close and personal. It's not something that you can do across the room. So you have to like get close enough to like hit them in the neck here, or hit them in the eyes, or in the throat, like the head or hand butt them in the throat. And then of course there's like the well, for men it would, well, I think for women too, I guess it would be the groin area. Kick them in the balls. Yeah. And there's probably other moves, but those are the ones that I can remember. And I think there's like certain pressure points that if you hit them in the right spot in the neck, like right here on the side of the neck, if you hit them like really jab it really hard, then they'll actually like fall down. It'll be like snap, and they're like out for a couple of seconds, you know? And if you're a female that's getting attacked by a male, that's, well, anybody really, it doesn't have to be male and female, but it'll give you time to get away if that is something that you need to do. So, but it was very uncomfortable because I thought that I would be able to work with my friend, but I got paired up with somebody else that was like a stranger, and it was really awkward being close to somebody that you didn't know. But I mean, if that were to happen to you, it would be the same way. I mean, you're not going to want to be shy. If someone's trying to hurt you, you're going to want to hurt them back and get the heck away from them. So there's no easy button for that. Too bad too, because that would be very helpful if there were. But my character's learning that. And I think she's on her road to becoming a very good investigator. And that's just one of the things why. No. Hopefully she's a better investigator than I am a freaking streamer, because I can never remember to put the screens out of order. So I always forget. But I think it's just fine. Well, that's why it's like that. My cup holder was not sitting on solid ground. My cup was tipped. You can't see it. It's out of frame, so that's too bad for you, because it's a handsome little cup holder. I actually got it for Christmas one year. It's like ceramic. A girl I used to work with gave us, all the people on the team, these things. And I still have it today. Because you may as well just call me a hoarder, because I never get rid of anything. Okay, we have one more sprint coming up. One more final sprint. And I'm going to see if I can get this done. So far, this chapter has 481 or 418 words. So hopefully I can get it more rounded out. And I think I need to stick a vision in here somewhere, because in this chapter she's also supposed to have a vision, a full vision of the bad guy, and she figures out who the bad guy is, and nobody believes her. Everybody thinks that she's full of crap, because they all think that bad guy is, there's no way that he could be the bad guy, because they think he's dead. They think he's dead. Yes. All right. So here we go. Let's make this last stream, the last sprint count. I'm going to go ahead and mute my screen and good luck to you. Okay. That was the last sprint. Nope. Thought I paused that. I was listening to some music. I think I will definitely be on again tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing it at 6 o'clock tomorrow, just like I did tonight. Hopefully I get more done tomorrow. I guess I got more done than like I probably do most other times. Because I started this chapter from scratch. It was nothing, and I have 600 words. And I worked in my previous chapter during the first sprint. So I think I got about, what was it? Oh, just over 100 words in the last chapter. So I guess altogether, it's kind of shameful, but I got over 700 words altogether during all of the sprints. And that's probably not very good, but that is my normal way of writing. I don't write that fast. I think I'm out of practice for getting the natural flow of the words. They don't even come out of my mouth that easy. It's not easy to get it to coax it out of my own brain. So yeah, maybe someday that will change, but I think I need to start doing things to make sure that my well is full, make sure that I am at my best when I sit down to write, which means have enough sleep, take care of myself, eat properly, don't have too much caffeine and not too much sugar, which I currently have too much of both of those things. And I haven't even had dinner yet, really. Well, I guess I kind of had. I had some pizza earlier. Maybe that's the problem. There's like a late lunch slash dinner, early dinner. But I will probably eat something else too. But anyway, thank you for coming by. I'm really glad if you did. Hope you got some writing done or were productive in some other form. And I will see you tomorrow if you choose to show up. That's fine if you don't. And have a great night. Have a good Saturday night. Most normal people will be out there having a good time instead of sitting at your computer writing. But, to each their own. Anyway.